here, the YEHUDA FERRIS and his attorney William John Rogers, license number 154219, claimed that this patient wrote a trust 3 months before he died when he was in this condition. But even then, they never paid this guy had cancer 6 years. YEHUDA FERRIS of Chabad East Bay became the trustee of his trust. And FERRIS, and then Will Rogers, who is now Ferris's attorney, wrote the trust. But 5.5 years later, the cancer patient who died after 6 years of cancer, his siblings haven't got a penny of their share. But Rogers got paid by FERRIS $57,000 in attorney's fees, as FERRIS lives in a $4 million 5-bedroom by the Claremont Hotel, and Rogers lives in a $2 million house out in the rich part of Petaluma. But the 3 siblings of the cancer patient who died 5.5 years ago, they didn't have a penny to their name, and they're all in their 60s. And the trust clearly said, give them $30,000 each, plus 10% interest every year that they don't get it, till paid in full, and it would become an interest-bearing lien on the man's half of the house that he owned. He owned half of at 1810 Grant Street, right off Delaware. Super rich. Every house in that block sells for $3 million. They never paid him. They sold the property out of the trust for $82,000, and they never paid the siblings a dime. And then they have the gall on their bladder to say, well, we had the money, but they wouldn't take it, and one of the siblings started suing us. Well, we had to pay all our money to the attorney to fight the lawsuits. Baloney. Nobody ever filed a single action in the court until after they paid. After they paid. They sold the man's $1 million interest in the $2 million house. They sold it out of the trust for $82,000. Isn't that real convenient? And this is what the man had. Refractory ascites. They claimed that, well, he was competent enough to write this trust. The first trust said that they would get part ownership of the house. Then he supposedly wrote this trust, giving them money 4 months before he died. But he had this thing called refractory ascites. And it says refractory ascites can have a significant impact on mental capacity due to physical discomfort, nutritional issues, complications, treatment-related factors, and the social and psychological impact of the condition.